Hi everyone, in today's video I want to talk about the state of Star Wars. Now I'm a bit worried about the prospect of a Star Wars The Old Republic TV series. Don't get me wrong, it would be better than nothing, but I'm just worried they might ruin the characters and the lore. And by they, I mean Disney. But I do think that Old Republic movies would be better, whether it be spin-offs, one trilogy, or two trilogies. But the point is, I would prefer it if the Old Republic movies had opening crawls. When it came to Rogue One and Solo: A Star Wars Story, I wasn't really encouraging people to go and see those movies because I wasn't that bothered about them myself. But if an Old Republic movie came out, then I would be massively encouraging people to go and see it. Because at last, the games that I've been playing for years would finally come to the big screen. This Old Republic game was really adult. Basically, it had loads of adult themes, and essentially it was rated 16 plus. Now that's very interesting because most Star Wars movies are usually rated either PG or 12. The main thing that worries me about the Old Republic being a TV series is that less people would watch it. But if there were Old Republic movies, more people would watch them. Because that's the world we live in, folks. More people watch blockbusters than TV shows. At the end of the day, it really grinds my gears the amount of people that don't give Star Wars The Old Republic a chance, but they don't even play it once. And the amount of times that I've played this game, and I think to myself, God, there's people out there who haven't even played this once. There's literally some people out there who just pretends that it doesn't exist, or they're just plainly not interested in it, even though they might not admit it to your face. The characters in this game have more right to be canon than Jar Jar Binks, but at the moment, these characters such as Revan, Lana Beniko, and Theron Shan, they're non-canon. They're legends. I always say the Legends stuff is legendary. I just cannot fathom why people would rather watch Star Wars Rebels and Star Wars The Clone Wars, rather than playing this Old Republic game. But this Old Republic game is clearly better than these two animated series. It doesn't take a genius to work that out. This is a mature game for adults. These two animated series are made for children. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this game is actually made for teenagers. But the point is, it's targeted at an older audience, whereas these two animations are targeted at a younger audience. I can tell you want even more proof that this game is targeted at a more mature audience. And basically, the person who does the voice of the male Imperial agent in this game, his name is Bertie Carvel, and he's actually starred in TV shows such as Danny Boyle's Babylon and even BBC One's Dr. Foster. And he's even done stage shows as well. So you have an actor of that caliber doing the voice of one of the main characters in this game. But then I don't think the the voice actors in these two animations like have that much of a reputation. You have to understand, there's some people who only go to the cinema to watch the Star Wars episodes. They don't bother watching the spin-off films like Rogue One and Solo in the cinema. Like, they wait until they come out on DVD or Blu-ray. So after Last Jedi, there's probably going to be like even less people seeing Episode 9 in cinemas. Hell, this time they probably like even less people are going to watch the DVDs and the Blu-rays of Episode 9. I'm just making predictions here. I might be totally wrong. Because if Episode 9 ends up being better than Episode 8, then more people will watch the Blu-rays and DVDs of Episode 9 than they did with Episode 8. Like, you have to realise that even if they make the Old Republic episodic films or split it up into different chapters or whatever, like, even if they do that, like, people might still be put off because they're scared of the unknown. Because, like, characters that I'm massively familiar with, like Darth Revan, like, for some people, this would be a brand new character. Like, the Old Republic film would be a massive risk. Because you would have to get it spot on. And it would be, like, with these characters here, would be brand new to some people. Like, 3PO and R2 wouldn't even be in this film. Because it's set before the prequels. Before 3PO was even constructed by Anakin. Like, even, the prequels had some familiar characters that were in the originals, such as Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoda. But I suppose the Old Republic still has familiar Star Wars elements, such as lightsabers, the Force, the light side, the dark side, the Sith, the Jedi, etc., etc. Even Wookiees. Even Rogue One had familiar characters in it. Tarkin, Darth Vader, Bail Organa, Mon Mothma. Solo obviously had familiar characters in it. Darth Maul, Han Solo, Chewbacca. But if you do an Old Republic movie, it would be almost like a clean slate, where you would have characters that aren't familiar to everyone. What I mean by that is, these characters are familiar to hardcore fans, but they aren't familiar to absolutely everyone on the planet. I mean, you have characters such as Lana Beniko and Theron Shan who are bisexual, so that could create a massive divide in the Star Wars fans, and it could create some controversy and some uproar. Because I think even Marvel, like, they're planning on bringing in, like, bisexual characters, I think, as well, into the movies. I've been Adam Butt. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, and I'm interested to hear your opinions on what I've talked about in this video. So feel free to leave comments in the comments section below this video. The thing is, Episode 9 is supposed to be full of nostalgia and full of fan service. But it's not truly going to be nostalgia and fan service if it's just stuff from the movies. It needs to be stuff from the cartoons, the comics, the books, the video games, etc., etc.